Good morning and welcome to our morning conversation for today. And this week we're looking at the call of Jeremiah. And if you remember, in the call of Jeremiah, God says, God is going to write the word of the Lord on our hearts. And so we're looking at stories that kind of relate to that idea, God reaching into our lives and giving us something we need, that kind of thing. And I've got Debbie Williams here. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Debbie is a great member at Trinity. How long have you been here? My goodness.
Almost 24 years.
Wow. Wow. Did you come just before I was here or did you come around?
No, you were already here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm that old. Okay. So Debbie's got great family. The kids have been really involved in youth group, and she has done wonderful work with our kids for many years. Some of the most memorable VBS characters ever are the product of her imagination. And you work in childcare for her Hildebrandt right now, right?
Bright Horizons. I
Right, her.
changed to Bright Horizons. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Nothing keeps the same name anymore.
No.
And you have a story that you were willing to share with us a little bit.
Yes. So the one thing that stood out with me with this story is something you strongly believe in, and I truly believe that God puts people in your life at just the right moment.
Right.
And for me, it's been friendships through the years. And God has put friends in my life that are on this crazy lifelong journey with me for 15 years. And then he also puts people, friends, for just a path that maybe get you through a moment or just a short bit of time. So something that happened this year, in this crazy, lovely year we've had, I have two friends that live in my neighborhood. One who I've been friends with for 20 years, very, very good friends. And another that I've known for quite a few years, but we've recently become very good friends in the past couple of years.
Okay.
These two women know of each other. They're more of acquaintances. And back in March, they are both teachers. I work in childcare. We all found ourselves at home because our businesses all closed down. And we decided, for, I guess, peace of mind and some healthiness, to walk. So I would sort of text them both and say, let's go for a little walk. So in between online teaching, Zoom meetings, trainings, we would try and squeeze in like a half-hour walk and chat and things like that. And thinking, oh, this is going to last 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks turned into 5 months because we were all home together. And our little half-hour walks turned into hour-and-a-half walks almost every day. And it was the most poignant part of this whole pandemic for me, because here we were, three women from sort of different walks of life, going through different stages, who were all there to support one another when we were afraid of what this whole pandemic was going to mean, worried about our jobs, worried about our families. We all had college kids, what's going to happen with them? But then also dealing with online teaching and Zoom meetings and how wonderful technology is, and talking about funny things that happened through these little meetings and teachings. And the kids, they both teach younger age kids. Sometimes it was just to get away from the isolation of our own homes with our husbands and our children. And I felt like this was my bubble. This was my safety bubble of friends. And I really believe that we were put there together to get through all this. We've all talked about how we miss doing that now and having that time to get out and support one another
Right.
and just talk about our highs and lows. I know that's something like senior high always does and junior
Yeah.
high.
Yeah.
'Cause we were there to help each other with the lows, but then we also had a lot of celebrations that we
Right.
shared and cherished with one another. Um, and there's a quote we have at work
Okay.
that says, friends pick us up when we fall down.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can't pick us up, they lie down and listen for a while.
Wow.
And that sort of reminds me of the story of the footprints in the sand.
Sorry, we're having a little technical difficulties here. I think God wants me to get better at editing video. Um, but but Debbie, you were talking about the footprints in the sand, and what a beautiful image that is. And I think the story of you becoming close friends with your neighbors in this is a great illustration of how God does indeed put people in our lives when we need it. And I think that a lot of what we're hearing out of the story of Jeremiah is that God is going to really reach into our lives and do these things for us, help us out. We've got to be smart enough to open our eyes and see it
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, and I think sometimes we miss it. But yeah, I concur with you. I mean, I've looked at my time here at Trinity, which has been a pretty long time now, and I see people who have come into my life here who, if they hadn't come at that time, I'm not sure I'd still be here, to be honest with you.
Right.
You
Right.
know, and they were messages from God for me that, no, you just stay put. You know, you stay here and you get through whatever you're dealing with, and there is a way forward. And I
Mm-hmm.
I think that COVID-19 has forced a lot of us into that spot, and I think it's beautiful when we find people God's given us to help us get through.
Most definitely. Yes.
Well, thanks so much for sharing with us.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, really appreciate it.
Sure.
Love to the kids and read. Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
All right. Thanks everybody. Bye bye.
Bye.